Mark has sent a link to. Do you remember we were talking about this a week or two ago? GCW Superstars. It was Georgia Championship Wrestling, the offshoot of that you ended up being a part of for like 6 weeks or whatever, however long it lasted. So he writes, and here's an episode of GCW Superstars that featured Dutch doing an in-studio promo with Michael St. John at the 29-minute mark. If you notice the opening, the show uses the classic GCW on TBS music and footage. This is also the promotion where Cornette did the cake spot for the first of 4 or 5 times over the years. So why don't we have a look at the promo that you did, and we can scrub through a bit of the footage as well.
I may not like this. I haven't seen it.
Okay, let's have a look then. Back recording. I don't know who these people are.
And that's going to be it.
Oh, wow, quality of the audio. Let me just scrub this forward slightly. Hang on.
Edition will be every Saturday here on Channel 3, and we invite you to join us in the studio.
Sorry, audio listeners.
11 until noon.
This is horrible quality. This is Michael St. John.
We invite you to see all the action tonight at the Memorial Auditorium here in Chattanooga. Matches start at 8:30, and that big main event, superstar Phil Dundee in a grudge match with Dutch Mantell. We have Dutch out here with us right now, and Dutch, I know you got something to say.
Yeah, I got something to say to superstar Billy Dundee. Now, nobody's officially welcomed me back to Chattanooga, but I'm glad to be back here. Now, you people just saw a tape of Dundee. Now, I tell you, he won that match, he won the battle, but he has not won the war, because I've come all the way here to Chattanooga to see you, Dundee. Now, when I get you in that ring tonight, just a few hours from now, Dundee, I'm going to show you exactly what an American can do. Now, I guess you're proud to be an Australian. Well, I'm proud to be an American. I'm going to show you, and I'm going to show all these fans in Chattanooga, that what an American can do. Now, Dundee, the only reason you won that match, I had you bleeding, I had you down, and I had you beat. You took that belt and you hit me, buddy. But I'm going to tell you, they don't call me Dirty Dutch for nothing. What's the back of that jacket?
Dirty Dutch from
It
Texas.
says Dirty Dutch, and I didn't get that name by kissing babies on Sunday or shaking hands on Saturday night, baby, because when I'm coming looking for you, Dundee, and when I come looking, I usually find somebody, and I'm going to find you tonight. Now, you can't run, you can't hide, because I got you right where I want you, right in that square circle. A lot of people in Chattanooga like me, and I like Chattanooga myself. So when I come down there, I got a reputation up on Dundee, I'm going to dang sure uphold it. I'm going to do my dead level best to put you down, because I brought something with me. It's always with me. It's called the Texas Bull Whip. And if it gets out of hand, Dundee, I won't hesitate to use it. Dundee, you show up, baby, because I'm going to be there.
Dutch Mantell. Man,
That's right, baby. Do you know what? You don't call me baby enough, Dutch.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm sorry. But so where was this? This was Chattanooga?
I guess so. Yeah.
I don't even remember this.
So here we go. There's a very short-lived attempt to have a second Georgia crew running towns like Chattanooga and Knoxville, while the regular Georgia crew were flying around running places like Ohio and West Virginia. So there you go. So there's quite a few things. Steve-O. God, that's a name, aside from Jackass, I've not heard in wrestling terms for quite a while. Pat Rose, Jerry Novell and the Angel, Frank Morrell.
Jerry Novak.
Yeah. Versus the Stray Cat, Ken Wayne and Ken Woodby. Dutch Mantell interview, Steve-O and Ray Candy, Bill Rose, and you can read it. It's for the audio. Carl Fergie.
Yeah.
That was Lawler's cousin, wasn't it?
It sure was. I was going to bring that up.
Yeah. I don't know anything about Carl Fergie. Was he bald? Or am I thinking of someone else?
No, he wasn't bald.
Okay, then give us some...
You know who else was the cousin of Lawler?
Well, Honky Tonk.
Honky Tonk Man. And I think a few more that I can't remember right now. But...
Well, what do you think of that interview that you did there? Because, I mean, you've got absolutely no memory of being in this promotion at all.
It was okay. I mean, they try to run them off. We didn't do that during our live show. We did that, at an interview session. So, no, there were people there, weren't they?
Yeah, I could hear some cheering, yeah. So that was the studio show in the day for the big show in the evening.
This was a weird deal, too. They broke us off from Memphis to send us over to damn Chattanooga, and then to Chattanooga, we do a tape in Chattanooga. Sometimes we do it in Knoxville. But between those two towns, if they'd have really spent some time knowing what they were doing, those are two good wrestling towns. Really good. But it never went for us because we were brand new. We had TV, but just because you got TV don't mean that people are going to watch you or they're not going to support you. So you got to tell the story and that was even before I knew how to tell a story. I was listening to the booker tell me what to do. And that's why the booker is so important. And being out of Memphis on a Saturday, you know what it meant?
Cool.
You didn't do Memphis TV. So you was out of any kind of a good angle in Memphis. You may have went to Memphis, but you'd be second match because he couldn't do anything with you because you were off lollygagging somewhere else. I don't know whose idea this was, but it didn't work.
I believe we discovered this was something between Ole Anderson and Jerry Jarrett trying to work together. But you know what they say about promoters trying to work together? I mean, they can't agree what they want for lunch, let alone,
Mm-mm.
There's any promotions, because I know like a couple of years later or a year later, there was Pro Wrestling USA. We've talked about it before. And they ended up just squashing you in Memphis to Harley Race and Dory Funk Jr. But have promoters ever worked together long term and it's worked? I'm sure, like hand in glove like that was meant to be. Not like a working relationship like Vince and Eddie Graham.
They may have worked together, but usually one was just carrying the other one. The other one may have put some money up. But see, Paul Bosch, and he wasn't the only owner of Houston. I think he had some more like secondary investors, but they'd all left it up to Paul to do it because he knew what he was doing. Yeah, it was because this business has always been piecemeal till the WWE came along and kind of put it all together, or AEW put it all together. But see, when you work for these companies, hell, you'd be moving every year, because you wore your welcome out. You can't make Chattanooga 52 weeks a year before the people get tired of you. That's why you need a story. And if the story's not there, they got to replace it with another story. And it was very, you didn't know how it was going to draw, and it was very iffy. It was an iffy promotion.